at the time of offering, its value was around 8 billion. So despite the company's ongoing losses, as I said, the company was able to get a premium. Okay. For number one reason was because it was, leading in its market share, right? I think more than 50%, it is still able to maintain that. But yes, Swiggy is also upping up its game, right? Swiggy is number one, yes, going for an IPO. So that is they will have more availability of funds. So yes, that will increase the competition. And Swiggy has also played a very, wonderful, smart game by introducing SDFC Swiggy credit card. I hope you have seen this if you use Swiggy. So because of that, the loyal customers of Swiggy, they are not going to switch to Zomato anymore because they are going to get 10% off right away. So yes, that is a big, I think wonderful strategy game that they have played. Mm, 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 mm. Reasons for IPO oversubscription. So Zomato's IPO was oversubscribed by 38 times. Okay, that means for every share, sold by the company that is made available, there were 38 bids. Okay, so this level of oversubscription, now that reflected that yes, investors are showing very much strong demand. In fact, institutional investors, they received somewhere around 75% of the allocation. Okay, because in such scenarios you will rely more on institutional investors and less on retail investors. So majority was allocated to the retail investors, and they played a big role here because big investors like Fidelity, like BlackRock, like Tiger Global, they took very large positions in this company's IPO. It's not that retail investors didn't show interest; they also showed a whole good amount of interest. I think the retail portion was oversubscribed by more than 7 times. Okay, in the retail investors, one of the big things was FOMO, fear of missing out, that this is one of the opportunity to invest in one of the India's most high profile tech startups. So people were investing into it. And what was the result? The result was company opened up with a strong opening, right? The stock jumped around 66% on its first day of trading. So that was a very happy moment for the investors, right? Who invested and got allotment. Anyone here who got allotment? The FOMO was the reason I said for oversubscription. Okay, but yes, yes, eventually that settled down. Okay, eventually that settled down. Because initially people are buying more and more, but once they understand that yes, they need to look at the valuations as well. They once the euphoria settled, so yes, the stock experienced corrections. Okay, because then people started to wonder that okay, we have got the stock, but when it is going to earn profits in the future. So that question lingered around. So yes, eventually it came down. Fine. And then they have expanded into grocery as well. So what is the overall conclusion from Zomato's IPO? The first thing is that importance of growth over profitability. Okay, so that is the biggest takeaway, that investors are often willing to prioritize growth, okay, over your short-term profitability, especially in tech-driven companies. So this is a trend that we have seen globally, okay, and that has been reinforced in case of Zomato's IPO in the Indian context. Okay, if you look at Netflix, Amazon in the global scale, then this is the trend that has been happening. The next thing was role of investment banks. These is they are the key players in ensuring that your IPO is going to be a smooth one. Okay. So right from structuring the IPO, pricing the IPO, managing the roadshow, and then post IPO stabilization. So in that case, the role of an investment banker is indispensable. That is why they charge good amount of money. The third thing was investor sentiments. Okay. The Zomato's IPO highlighted the power of market sentiment. Okay. If even though Zomato was loss making, the company was managed to generate enormous amount of investor interest due to its growth potential, right? And yes, challenges are also there. Finally, Zomato's post IPO is done, but then the financial professionals are, if you read some of the research reports these days, you will see that they keep on speaking about these challenges, that now how Blinkit is going to turn up, or how that District app. Okay, I hope you know this, that the ticketing business that they've purchased from Paytm, and all their outgoing, going out business has been for a app called District. Okay, so how that is going to turn out. Okay, so that is what now we are supposed to see. So let's see what happens to Zomato. Okay, so the overall point of this case study was, okay, I hope now you have got some idea that what is an investment bank. You have got, okay, the some insights into what an investment bank does. Okay, the different verticals, security underwriting, so all that different verticals. And then in this case study, we just had a quick overview of the entire IPO journey of Zomato. So we understood what is the role of investment banks in the IPO process. Okay, how the valuation is done. Okay, and post stabilization process, and the entire journey of security underwriting or IPO for Zomato. Fine. So if you have any questions, let's take it up. Yes, the discussion part is over. I'll just talk about some questions if there are any, and then we will move on to the certification part. Okay, so if you have been there for so long, then yes, definitely take your certificate and then leave, right? Yes, here is my LinkedIn profile that I've shared in the comment section. Let us connect on LinkedIn. What about Hyundai IPO? Well, Hyundai IPO is not for your GMP. Okay. This is not for your listing gains, but from a long-term perspective, I think this is going to be a good buy. Okay. How freshers join investment banking, how CAs can join investment banking, how BSc graduate can enter into IB. So I think that is what I discussed in the skill set part. What are the skill sets required to get into investment banking? If you have those skill sets, and once you have demonstrated those skills, okay, just having the skill set, okay, if you just write in your CV that I attended a workshop in investment banking, or I attended a workshop on financial modeling, so I will get a job. So that is not going to happen. A certificate will not get you a job. You will have to demonstrate that, yes, I can work into this particular thing. I know the stuff. And how do you demonstrate that? Once you have, let's say, you have done some internship, you have done some projects, you have done some assignments, you have a story to tell, that I worked on so and so company, this was a problem I faced, this is how solve that problem. That is how you will get into IB. Okay. For qualification, I think I've already mentioned, right? You can be a graduate from any stream, you can get into back office. If you have any of these qualifications like post graduation, like or maybe MBA Finance, CA, CFA, ACCA, right? So in that case, as I said, you right, you your profile will be different, but you can come from any background and you can get into some profile of the investment banking domain. Yes.
Kuldeep sir, am I audible?
Yes, Sagar sir, you're audible. Okay, so for detailed insights, I'll allow Sagar sir to take on the further steps. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope you have learned something new out of this session. I look forward to your presence in my future sessions. So thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
So, guys, if I'm audible and visible to each and everyone, please drop yes on a chat box right now. If I'm audible and visible to each and everyone. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, 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 sir, yes, sir, yes, yes. Perfect, guys, perfect. So, guys, a very warm good afternoon to all of you right now who present here. Okay. And already Kuldeep sir explained you perfectly what exactly is investment banking, what exactly is financial modeling. He already explained you perfectly. But still, I can just check that many questions are coming right now over here. Ki, sir, how we need to get into that, how we need to process out, how the things are going to work. Number of things are coming right now. Ki, sir, we wanted to get into investment banking domain or finance domain, but how we need to get into this? What exactly I need to prepare? What exactly I need to do? Number of questions are coming related to that. So, guys, for that, I'm having a roadmap. I'm having a vision. I'm having the opportunity. But the thing is that that vision, that opportunity is not for each and everyone. Before I start something, I just need to clear one important thing that in this particular workshop, in this particular session, three categories candidates are here right now. First are those who are pursuing something like XYZ degree they are pursuing right now, like BCom pursuing, PGDM pursuing, diploma pursuing, MBA pursuing, CA pursuing, CFA pursuing, MCom pursuing, BBA pursuing. Second category is that they have recently qualified these degrees. And third category is that they are working professional, but they wanted to switch or they wanted to get a hike in their current package. Agenda of each and everyone is completely clear. Ki, sir, I need to get into the domain and I need to get a placement. If I'm working professional, then I'm targeting a hike. So, guys, how many? Because always there are two types of mindset, guys. Okay, always there are two types of candidates, two types of mindset. First mindset is that okay, sir, I need to think, I need to decide, I need to have a discussion whether I wanted to get into this domain or not, whether I wanted to get a job or not. Second mindset is that, sir, my vision is cleared, my mindset is cleared. In upcoming 4 to 5 months, I need to get a job. If I am working professional, then I am targeting a hike in my current package, but my agenda is completely cleared. So how many of you guys are having the complete clarity? First of all, tell me on Shabas right now, how many